So India is through to the semifinals. Kudos to the blistering knock by Sanju Samson. So if you watch closely towards the game, there it was a game of few margins. It was not a game where India had total control. Today, West Indies were going at a typical run rate of 9 and 10. And at one point, it looked like they're gonna cross 200, 210, 220 maybe. A very good tactical change by the West Indies team to bring in Roston Chase as an opener. And yeah, had a pretty solid start until the Bumrah over. Bumrah took 2 wickets, for literally took 2 wickets in this very same over. And that is where the momentum shifted. And slowly, gradually, again, as West Indies does more often than not, they had a few partnerships in between. But India actually managed to pull back the game from where it was progressing. But again, the momentum shifted towards the West Indies as Arshdeep went for 24 runs in 1 over. His third over was pretty expensive, although he gave a good start. But again, as Arshdeep does more often than not, what a comeback. He just went for just 6, 7 odd runs in his last over and finished his quota in a very decent economy rate. So in West Indies were on a high, 196 was actually a really good score. So when it was time for India to bat, all the responsibility came on the shoulders of Sanju Samson. And there's a reason why I say that, because Abhishek Sharma has not been successful in this entire tournament. Sanju Samson, although he played just 2 innings prior this, had some good knocks, although he got a good start, but he couldn't finish it. So now the first innings over and the Indian openers come to bat. So as again, a successful pair, Abhishek Sharma and Sanju Samson come to the pavilion. So Abhishek Sharma had scored 50 odd runs in the previous match. So everyone was thinking that, yeah, he's in a good nick. Now he's back to form. Maybe he has something to prove to the people. But again, such a pathetic knock. He couldn't keep up to himself, such a disappointment. So all of the pressure was on Sanju Samson. Ishan Kishan walks in. Ishan Kishan couldn't have a good start. He falls. Surya Kumar, although was looking at a very good nick, he scored just 18. Not what I expect from the captain. I expect him to step up, but again, he went. He had a good start, but again, he fumbled as usual. Then Tilak Verma, he's actually standing up for his team when the team needs him. Um, Good risky 27, but yeah, it was not enough. So the best thing about Sanju was that he kept his temperament, he kept his aggressiveness, he didn't change his intent. Even though the wickets were falling on the other end, he was still looking not under pressure. He opened like Rohit Sharma. In the middle overs, he was taking singles, doubles, just like Virat Kohli, and then finished it off like MSD. So it was actually the best knock of his life, and it was him alone, who took the team across the line. Now here comes where India needs to level up. Firstly, poor catching. What does India? I mean, India wouldn't have that many chances. And England is a really good batting side. So if you drop any one of those catches, it's gonna cost you the tournament. So the fielding should be on point. Now the cash efficiency has come down to at what, 50%? I mean, that's not what you expect from India, because India is right up there in the rankings, number one team, and you can't expect the number one team to drop that many of the catches, and especially from Abhishek Sharma, who's been very sloppy in the field, not one, two catches, not giving runs, so he really has a lot of pressure going on. Anyways, fielding is one concern. Secondly, Shivam Dube is again a concern. It was good that he wasn't tested in the previous match, but again, it will be a big of an ask when it comes to his bowling. You never know, if one of the bowlers goes down for runs, you might have to use him, and maybe he can prove costly. So the second reason why I fear that it is not gonna do well is because of the poor bowling backup. So there's no backup for Shivam Dube, but you can't take away the fact that he's always stood up when his team needs him, and he's a very underrated person. He's a very underrated player. In the previous match itself, India versus West Indies, the qualifiers, he played two boundaries, and which took the pressure out of Sanju Samson. And it's actually a big task when you have 12 or 13 runs in the last over, although it could be chaseable, when you have a strike batter there striking at a rate of 200, but still coming in, scoring two boundaries takes the pressure off. And it's not one, he's played many of those innings. So he's being proved fundamental, but I actually fear with his bowling because England is gonna go all out and they're very batting heavy. So, and when you look at the top four teams, you see a pattern. All of them are batting deep. India, South Africa, New Zealand, or England. So all of them are batting heavy. So at the end of the day, it would be who are the bowlers? Which group of bowlers stand up for the team? Because we have batting up till number eight at least. So the number eight batsman is actually an all-rounder in most of the teams. So they're going very batting heavy. And you just need some quality bowlers. So it's all gonna be the game of temperament. And India is moving with a lot of confidence. I'll obviously back India, but the only reason why I'm not confident is because of the fielding and no backup for Shivam Dube. But apart from that, I hope and pray that India qualifies for the next round. Just two more matches to go, and can't wait for India to win the World Cup. It's too big of an ask, but yeah, we'll take one game at a time. We take one game at a time. But yeah, it is what I expect India to be on point with their fielding, with the catching. Rotation of the bowling was spectacular, and I expect that from uh, from the skipper again. So the spinners have to be used very, very, very well. And uh, England doesn't have a good record against the spin, so Varun Chakravarti would be a key. So Varun Chakravarti should fire back. So one wicket wouldn't be enough. But I am still backing Varun Chakravarti for this one because England is um, not comfortable against spin, and especially when Butler is not a form. Um, I'm actually backing India. But at the same time, when you look at quality spinners, you have Adil Rashid, and now you have Rehan also added, who's a professional, who's actually a mind-blowing hitter, as you could see in the last match. So they're going batting heavy, plus they have good spinners. So India has to keep their spinning attack quite tight. So we can't be loose, and the fielding should be on point, right? And that is how I expect India to win the World Cup. All right, then stay tuned for more match analysis. This is Solomon, and I'm signing off.